Hi, I'm Dan Kristiansen, and I'm your state representative here in the 39th District, here to give you an update this week as to what's going on down here in Olympia. You know, one of the issues that we've covered this last week is something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's veterans. I have 9 uncles, 7 of which actually served in the United States military in several different branches. And so the veterans issues to me are pretty important. I've actually even got one of the boys that one of my son's buddies is overseas flying an aircraft right now, and so you know, there's a lot of thoughts and prayers from our family, at least, dealing with those folks. And I think that as a state, we need to make sure that we're remembering these folks in our thoughts and prayers. Just recently, we had a day that was honoring our Washington State National Guard. And to give you some statistics, just in Snohomish and Skagit County alone, which the 39th District represents most of those 2 counties, we've got over 72,000 veterans just in those 2 counties alone. And so every one of us knows who these folks are. And we had a speech that was given by a National Guardsman who's now a state legislator from the Tri-Cities area. His name is Brad Klippert. And I thought it'd be just kind of an interesting statement for you guys to see what's really going on down here. Besides just the normal bills and laws that we talk about, there's a lot of, I think, other issues that we need to remember. And so I'd like to have you take a look at that, if I may.
When they hear the sound of the guns, when everybody else is running the other direction, or when the emergency takes place, like the forest fire, or the volcano erupts, or whatever it is, when everyone else is running the other direction, they run towards the emergency to protect us and to provide for our safety.
Another issue that we've dealt with here just in the last couple days is something that I think is way overdue, and that is a welcome home to our Vietnam veterans. Many of us had family members that served in Vietnam, and though I was a pretty young kid at the time when these soldiers were coming back, I have spoken with many of them that came back. I've got several friends that are Vietnam veterans, and you know, it's sad how these people stepped up to the plate. They went overseas. The call was made, and they listened, and they went over, and they served us. They served us as soldiers. They put their lives on the line. So many of them did not come back. You know, we even have a wall down here to remember those who died in the Vietnam War down here at the state capitol. So we did a thank you for these folks down here, which I think is way, way overdue. You know, we think about World War II and Korea and all that, but our Vietnam veterans, I think, were given a pretty bum rap, frankly, when they came back. And so to have a day down here that honored them was quite special to me as well. And I just want those of you who are listening, if you're a Vietnam vet or a family of a Vietnam vet, thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice. It was a tremendous sacrifice for all of you, and we here in the legislature ran a resolution off the floor here just the other day thanking you. Sorry it took so long. On another subject, we're approaching what's been now about 6 weeks of what's expected to be at least a 105-day session down here in Olympia. And what's going to be really important for me to do at this point is to hear from you on the issues that are important to you. I just recently had what we call a telephone town hall meeting. And it was an opportunity for people to call in to me, and it kind of operates like talk show radio, where I've got calls coming in, questions coming in, and I get to offer answers to those questions live. You know, some of the big issues we are dealing with down here are gun control. You know, due to tragedies that have taken place around the country, should we continue to restrict, access to guns or not? Another one is mandates on whether or not we should have abortions is something that's mandated into every one of our healthcare insurance plans, where you will not be able to buy a healthcare insurance plan that doesn't pay for abortions. Remember, whether you're for or against abortion, it's another added cost because it's a mandate to the cost of healthcare. And so those are just a couple of the big issues that we're going to be dealing with down here. And if I'm going to be successful in representing you, I need to hear from you. And so that's why I do these teletown halls, that's why I do these videos and radio shows and e-news updates, is so that I can best communicate to you and in turn hope that you're going to communicate back to me. You know, we have a little saying down here in Olympia, and that is that your silence is agreement. And if we're not hearing from you on certain issues, we're going to have to assume that you're okay with the decisions that we're making. And so again, if don't be silent. That's my invitation to you. Call me, email me, send me a letter, and best if you can, come on down here and visit with me. That's one of my favorite things to do, is actually have neighbors and folks from up north in our district come down and visit with me. Again, I'm Dan Kristiansen. I want to serve you as best as I can. I'll look forward to hearing from you on any issue. Take care, and we'll talk to you really soon. Bye now.